fourth graders, it's Mrs. Compton. We're still in the land of fractions here. And today, what I really want to do is practice drawing fractions with you and cutting them apart or really breaking them with our markers. So if you have a whiteboard and marker, please grab it. If you don't have a whiteboard and marker, I would expect you have paper and pencil close by. So you have one of those tools to draw out some rectangles with me. All right. So we are going to do our very best to draw two rectangles that are the same size. All right, so I'm going to do my best. Obviously, I have human hands, so they're not going to be perfect. But you can catch the drift, right? Okay. All right, so you should have drawn two rectangles on your whiteboard. All right, so the first rectangle I want you to break into 1/2. I'm going to do mine like this. And it's broken into halves, right? So this is a half, and so is this. A half plus a half makes a whole. All right, now let's break this one into thirds. So if I say break it into thirds, it has the third, like 3, right? So we're going to break it into thirds. I'm going to do mine like this. So this is 1/3. This is another 1/3, and this is another 1/3. So we've got 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, right? Okay, so these pieces are broken into thirds. All right, for right now, I think I'm going to take these off because I want to focus in on what it looks like when we break these guys apart. Okay, so let's see. We've got 1/2 and 1/3 size pieces. Let's see. Let's say we want to break them into 6 pieces. Now, you can't add another rectangle. You just have to modify what is on here. So what would you do to each one to break it into 6 pieces? All right, this would be a great time to hit pause, and you can add the lines or change up your picture so that you have 6 pieces for each one. All right, so hit pause. Did you do it? Okay, here we go. I need 6 pieces. So do you guys remember the denominator is actually going to be 6 if you have 6 pieces? So I'm trying to make these equal 6 pieces in the end. So equal 6 pieces in the end. In fact, I think I'm going to do a little divider here so we don't get our things confused here. All right, so in the end, I need 6 pieces. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do to this one to turn it into 6 pieces? Now, I love teaching fractions because on Zoom, I can see kids go like this, and they're showing me where they added their lines. So if you're looking at this one, you're probably showing me you added some lines, right? So maybe you just did this. You kind of made it look like the other one. All right. So now we've got, each of those halves was cut into 3, right? So we could say 1/2 times 3/3 equals how many sixths? All right, so we're still only thinking about the half-size pieces, right? So here we are, we've got 3/6 shaded in, 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, and then 4/6, 5/6, 6/6. So we have 6 pieces. So now we have 6 pieces there. And how did you turn this one into 6 pieces? Let's see. Did you just throw the line down the center? Are you guys going like this on Zoom? So you need the pieces to be equivalent, right? You need to have 6 pieces here and here. They have to be the same size. All right, so each of the 1/3 was cut into 2 pieces, right? So this was a third, this was a third, and this was a third, and it was cut into 2 pieces. So we could say times 2 halves. Oops, going the wrong way. So we were comparing, like this was the third, and the third, right? So now 1/3 times 2 halves, so we broke each of the thirds into 2 pieces, is equal to 2/6. So we can create denominators that have the same size pieces. So because we can't just slap together 1/2 plus 1/3 and say it's equal to 2/5, that's not really true. We have to start thinking about how are we going to get the picture to be the same. So that's a critical thing for us to know how to do that before we start thinking about adding fractions and all that good stuff. All right, so let's try one more. Let's erase our boards. All right, draw 2 rectangles again. All right, do you have your rectangles? Remember, not human hands, so it's not perfect, but I tried to make them look similar, right? Okay, let's break this into 1/3 size pieces. I'm gonna do mine like that. And let's go big for this one. Let's break these. Funny, because when I say let's go big, it's actually let's go small, because I want you to break these into 1/12 size pieces. What happens to the size of the pieces? Let's see. I think I'm going to use an array to help me. I know a 4x3 array makes 12. So if I need 12 pieces, I'm actually using arrays to help draw out the piece. 4 times 3 makes 12. Then I don't have all these strange size pieces, and I don't have to guess. I just know how to do it. Okay, now we've got 1/12 size pieces and 1/3 size pieces. What will you do to make them the same size? This would be a good time to hit pause, and I want you to see how you could find a common denominator. We need a denominator that's the same, so same number of pieces. Hit pause. All right, you guys, are you back? We've got 1/3 size pieces. We've got 1/12 size pieces. Now, we really want to find a way to make the same size pieces. Now, I'm wondering, did you cut up both of them, or did you just cut up one of them? So maybe you realized that you could keep these lines the same, just like those, and add in these lines here. Anybody think about that? Okay, now I see this piece is bigger than this piece. Remember, human hands, it's not perfect, but I'm really trying to make my pieces look the same, right? So let's see. We had to add 4 columns. So we added 4 columns. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 4, 8, 12 pieces, right? And so I've got, this one is broken into 4/12, 4/12, 4/12, and that one's 1/12. Actually, this kind of sets us up for figuring out how to add things together. Could you guys figure out 4/12 plus 1/12 now? I have 2 guesses. You probably said 5/24, or you said 5/12. Which one is it? Can you move this piece in there? The answer to that is yes. So it would be 5/12, right? So there's so many things you can do. Math is so visual, you guys. Make sure to do those drawings. Make sure that you know what it looks like in your head. Add some lines. Make sure you're understanding this. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.